I'm here with Nick, who's the owner of One Up Games, a store in Mesa, Arizona. It's one of my favorite stores. So we're gonna ask
one of your favorite stores. See, there's your first bleep. We're like 10 seconds in.
Hey everybody, this is Trigger Strifey of Blank Trigger Gamers. I also go by Nesto if you prefer that. We're here at One Up Games, a game store in Mesa, Arizona. And I'm here with my buddy, Nick, who's the co-owner of the store.
What's up, guys? On YouTube that we can't see your faces, so make sure you leave lots of trolly comments down below. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Hey, dude. So we're here. I'm going to ask you some questions. It's going to be an interview.
Cool.
Yeah. So what is it like owning a game store?
Well, right now we're on autopilot. We've been open for about 3 years next week, so at the very beginning, it was a little bit tougher. Mm-hmm. Owning a game store now, I'll just say my life is really, really fun. I do smile from ear to ear every single day because we get the best of both worlds. We get to be collectors without having a collection.
Yeah.
Our store is our collection, so if a game gets traded in, we can just take it home and we can play it, and we don't actually have to have all this stuff at our house anymore, which I've had for over 12 years. So it's a lot of fun. It is still retail. Okay. So it was really important to me to make sure that to make money, I had to be my own boss, because no one would have me. I say a lot. But you know, when kids are in the store, I was a teacher before this, it's always really, really professional. But the store, 80% of this job is cleaning and talking. Okay. That's what it is, man. It's cleaning and cleaning. Like, if you can see behind my like right here, I have probably 10 consoles that just got traded in today. It's staying after hours, taking them apart, dusting them out, and then just having awesome conversations with people who come in. Yeah. Because that's what I loved when I went to game stores, was not just, oh, I want to go there and hopefully find a game to play tonight. Like, I want to go there, hopefully find a game to play tonight, but also have an experience. Yeah. And it's so easy to give people that experience. Just like them, you know? And most people just do this for the money. And you're never gonna be rich doing this. I make way less money doing this than I did with my previous job. But I love doing this. This is like, I'm not stressed, I'm having fun every day. And I get to work with my best friend, you know, which is cool. So no, it is a blast, but like owning any business, it's tough. Okay. It is tough.
Nice, nice. So when did you guys start?
So 2019, believe it or not, most people would think probably like Tim and I are like childhood best friends. I met Tim 15 months before we opened a business together and became lifetime partners. Wow. Lifetime hetero partners. Yeah, man. No, he was a collector. He had a massive collection. I found him on Craigslist. One of the only times I ever used Craigslist ever, because I've never purchased anything off of eBay, OfferUp, Craigslist. Yeah. Craigslist I have, actually. I have to lie. But when I went to his house, I just saw all this stuff. He was selling it, and I told him why. He was a nice guy. We started hanging out every single day, and then he was telling me he always wished he could open up a game store. Okay. I was transitioning from one job, needing to find something new. I have a lot of stuff in my collection. We became best buds and just said, with our powers combined, why not try it? Open up a small spot and just see how the first 5 years goes. Because we have watched stuff and heard things from like guys like Ian from Luna Games with the CU podcast. Yeah. Saying things like, oh, if you're opening up an independent game store, don't expect to turn a profit for at least the first 3 to 5 years. Like, be able to pay yourself. Okay. For 3 to 5 years, because you have to build up revolving inventory. We've never not paid ourselves every week we've been open. Wow. And I think the reason why we've been successful is just because of the amount of inventory we had before we opened. We didn't have to be like, if we didn't have any trades come in for the first 6 months, we could have still had a store. Okay. It would have sucked, but yeah. It hasn't been that long. Tim and I have only known each other for about 5 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And we're so different.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, have you ever seen Clerks?
Yeah.
He's Dante. from Clerks, and I'm Randall.
Okay.
Yeah, we're very opposite, but it works. It works
awesome.
in the best way.
So how did you guys like acquire all this this stock? Because you said before,
Again, it's very 180. My lifetime best friend, like from elementary school, he actually really got me to really get into it. I'm a wild, what's called like go out into the wild, kind of like Billy and Jay from the Game Chasers. Pawn shops, antique stores, thrift stores, flea markets, hepatitis markets, I like to call them, where the dirtier the better, where you need like a freaking tetanus shot because they probably don't know what they have. And 12 years of that, 13 years of just going around and only buying maybe one game that whole day because I want to take it home and I want to play it. This was before people were going after completes. They're going after like, because now we have guys who come in the store and they'll just have a freaking index book and say like, oh, you guys have Battletoads Double Dragon on the NES. I need that one off my list. I don't know what that means. Like, I know what it means now. They just need to mark it off. But they probably are not going to play that game. I never understood that. Because I'm cheap. I don't make a lot of money. I never have. So when I bought something, I want to play it. But Tim was different. Tim was a Craigslist collector. He had only been collecting for about 4 or 5 years before opening this place up with me. And he would just plan it out. Oh, today I'm going to drive out to this city, this city, this city, this city. I'm going to hit up 6 Craigslist posts and come back with a van full of stuff.
It's insane.
So he definitely had way more as far as like inventory. I just kind of had a little bit more of the uncommon rare stuff to find.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They really, the collections worked well together.
That's crazy. That's interesting. That actually brings me to another point that I was going to ask you. What's the rarest thing you've seen to come in here?
It's okay. Man, that's tough. I would say the one that scared the hell out of me, that I hated having here in the shop, was the complete in box Little Samson.
Oh wow.
That got traded in on St. Patrick's Day about 2 years ago, and the coolest thing is that right behind our store, there's like a neighborhood right here. The guy got it at a garage sale.
Okay.
Right behind their shop. I could go out the back door and point to the house. He picked it up for $2.
Wow.
When he brought it in here, it was the nicest copy I had ever seen of probably any game outside of being factory sealed. And I'm like, oh, dude, guess what? I'm about to send your family on like a vacation. And he took a boatload. Luckily, a store credit, because I would have had to pay out a lot of cash for that.
Yeah.
But we've had other stuff. We've had the Sharp Nintendo TV come in with the remote and everything. That was really cool. We've seen games like Panic Restaurant, but definitely Little Samson. I just hated it because everybody wanted to look inside of it, and every time I opened up that box, I was just like, oh, it's crunched or getting creased, and I hated that because I was now a huge box collector. Yeah. I'm a gamer. I love playing the games. But it's changed a little bit. Now it's more about, these are people calling them art pieces. This is like having a library at my house. Yeah. If you ain't gonna play it, what's up?
Right.
You know?
That's the point of games.
But that's cool. Everybody collects differently. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm not here to like say my way's better, because there is no better way. Gotcha. But yeah, no man, that's Little Samson.
Gotcha. That's crazy. It's insane because you never see that game like ever.
We've had it. We've had 2 loose ones get traded in, which is, again, we were like, what? Like, and then that complete in box one. So in 3 years to have 3 copies of that game, and dude, believe me, Tim and I, we would sit around before the store was open and be like, dude, like let's do a top 10 list of like we wish we could see get traded in, and do another top 10 list we know we're never gonna see get traded in. Of course, we both had Samson like on there. Right. Still haven't seen a Flintstones though. Okay. But who cares? That game sucks. Game's garbage.
So what's the worst thing about owning a game store?
Oh, dude, this is PG-13. There's not really anything bad outside of the fact that. Oh man, how long do we have?
We got time.
So I know one thing that kind of irks me outside the fact that we just have overhead. You know, like a lot of times when people come in and I can almost tell that they're like an OfferUp seller or a Craigslist seller, or they're an OfferUp collector, because then they'll come in and be like, oh, They're selling that Mario game for 20 on OfferUp. It's 15. It's like it should be 10 on OfferUp because they don't have to pay for SRP, rent, buy the games to come in, and I have to have 25 copies of that game where this guy's just trying to sell that one copy. Of course it should be cheaper.
Yeah.
And you have to go to somebody's house and hopefully not get like shanked to buy a video game.
Yeah.
So that can kind of get a little annoying. I really feel like we try to be competitive with our prices. People want to come in and they want to film our prices. Go ahead, because I'm totally fine with them. It's more pet peeves. Things like you coming in with your small kids, and this is a collectible store with items, many items over $100, and they're running around. A kid took a over there in the store and hid it, and I had to find it. We had the Batman pinball machine in here, and someone was just pulling on the launcher, and then broke it right off, and I heard the kid's brain shaking his head when it slammed on my hardwood. So it's stuff like that. It's just not taking care of your kids. I said taxes. Yeah, taxes suck. That's about it. Oh, Smash Brothers Melee people. That'll get you a lot of thumbs downs. The Melee community. We keep the salt and pepper shaker right here. We've done one Melee tournament and we'll never do it again.
Oh wow.
I'll do Ultimate. We'll go 64. We'll do Smash 4 on the Wii U. I actually think Melee is okay, but that was not fun. You would think that there was like $100 buy-in in there in like Las Vegas or something. It's a $5 buy-in.
They were just
this is
that.
Supposed to, let's have a fun time, guys. Pulling the controllers out and huffing and puffing around the store. Like, dude, go outside. Dude. The sun is good. Get some vitamin C. Yeah, no, Melee. But yeah, mostly pet peeves, dude. There's nothing that like I'm like, oh crap, work tomorrow.
Right.
I honestly can't wait to get here. It's depressing leaving here. Yeah.
I can see that. That's great.
If it was legal, man, I'd put a cot in the back and sleep here if we could. I'll ask you a question.
All right.
All right, because he's the guy who feeds my kid, buying stuff. If you could change one thing about the shop, or add one thing to the shop, because there's tons of stuff I want to do with this place.
Yeah.
What would you do if this place was yours?
I don't know.
Put him on the spot.
Damn. Yeah.
That's the thing that you have to think of as a business owner.
Yeah.
Not only are we trying to keep sustainability within the store with the fact that we sell retro and some new, but you always have to kind of be evolving, because we're in a weird situation where most game stores are the only store within maybe 20-30 miles in their city.
Yeah.
There's 8 other retro game stores within 30 miles of here, and we're one of the newest ones. So you have to kind of offer something that the others don't. And I don't feel like we offer anything that the other stores don't, except I'll say I feel like I care more.
Yeah.
I don't see the other owners in the shops working. It's mostly employees. And if you've came in, man, you know how long we can chat.
Yeah.
You can go 4 hours and not buy a thing, and I don't care, like at all. This is cheers.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's like the one thing I love about the store is that when you come in here, you feel at home. You feel like you're just...
I already know you, man, because you're in here. We have something in common. You like games. I like games. As long as you're not like a pricky douche, dude. Like, I got your back.
There you go.
Wearing an 8-bit Eric shirt, caught slipping.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, it's an awesome job.
Yeah.
It's a really, really fun job.
Yeah. I'll have to get back to you on that question, because this is pretty much what I would like want if I saw it.
I want about another 1,500 square feet. I'd like to have probably about 3 more arcade machines over there to go with Donkey Kong. Definitely Centipede. Got to get Centipede in here.
Yeah.
And just so I want to be able to do tournaments 3 nights a week. That's my big thing.
Yeah.
And bring back things like trivia night.
That would be cool.
Yeah, dude. Just come up with some questions. The only problem is though, I'd spend like 3-4 hours trying to come up with all these questions, and then 6 people would show up. And that was like my mom and my brother were 2 of them.
And they'd be...
and we'd advertise it, but
and you know, people would be stuck on the first question.
And we try to make it too, like as it goes, it gets easier. Like the first question would be something like, "Who's the first gym leader that you battle in Pokemon Red or Blue?" Pretty basic. If you don't know that, then off. Yeah, it's Misty. Yeah. No. But yeah, no, stuff like that. I just don't want to lose touch with the store.
Yeah.
Because even if I had something like, if I had 3, 4, 5 stores around here,
Yeah.
and I had employees, I'd still have to be managing or going to a store every day. I can't stay home and just collect checks. You're losing touch with with you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything you said, that's like what makes me come into the store. So the last thing I'm going to end this interview on is, what would you say to anybody that wants to get into this business, that wants to do what you did?
So let me answer it with a question. Are you talking about anybody who wants to work at either a GameStop, because I've done that, work at a retro game store, or possibly own a retro game store?
Own a retro game store.
Okay, the first thing that they're going to need is they're going to need inventory. Tons. And you can't just like, say you're like one of those guys, I'm like, oh man, I'm 50 games away from having a complete NES.
Yeah.
That's great. But what happens when you sell that one copy of that game? You can't just have a complete NES and like, oh, and I've got like 300 PS2 games. No, you gotta have 15 copies of Mario 3. You gotta have multiples. You gotta have 5 to 10 of each of the consoles.
Okay.
At least your N64s, your GameCubes, maybe a couple Wiis. Inventory is everything. Honestly, when we started up here, cash, like out of our bank accounts, I think the most expensive thing we had to buy was the sign out front, which was probably about $2,500.
Okay.
Everything else, it was just like $500 for this permit, $500 for this permit. Of course, your rent, but normally when you sign a lease, they give you a couple months free, which we got. So it's not so much money out of your pocket. You could probably open up a game store with less than $8,000 out of your pocket. And I know that because I didn't spend more than $8,000 to open up here. But you gotta buy everything. You gotta buy most of the stuff. Like if you can see this in the shop, the counter, free.
Wow.
Found it on Craigslist. Painted it, put some decals on it.
That's awesome.
Glass cases. Went to a Kmart that was going out of business and picked them up. And then haggled those prices down. Why are you opening the game store would be another thing. Are you doing it because Tim and I, we wanted to just have fun. We wanted to be able to talk to other people, play video games. If you're doing it for money, you will fail. Or we're not doing it right. Because for me, it's never been about the money, man. But I will say having a partner helps.
Okay.
Because I only have to think about 50% of the workload.
Yeah, that helps.
And we can spitball ideas off of each other. And the coolest thing too with Tim is we've been open now for 3 years. We have never had a fight.
Wow.
We'll have things where I'm like, dude, do you think we should get this for the shop? And then he'll put me in check and be like, I don't think we can afford that right now.
Okay.
But then he'll do something and I'll be like, why did you put that there? That looks gay. And that's it. But it's like a brother thing. Like I got that guy's back. He's got mine. We love our customers. We love the game. It's that easy. But inventory. If you want to open up a retro shop, ours is about 1,200 square feet. It's pretty small. I hopefully got a few thousand games laying around and a couple hundred consoles. Because that's where we were at.
There you go.
Burakasha!
So everybody, that was our video for an interview with the co-owner of One Up Games. So check out his store, come by here, play some games, check out and buy some stuff, pay for his kids' college.
Heck yeah, guys.
Yeah.
If you're in the Mesa area, yeah, do come by. But also check out the other stores around here because you're kind of silly if you don't. We have a lot of people who say like, man, like we love you. But support all the stores around here because it's only going to benefit your collection too.
Yeah, support retro gaming, guys.
Heck yeah, guys.
All right.
GameStop.
Yeah! This is Trigger Stripey, Play Trigger Gamers, Nick, and I'll see you guys later.
And I don't really mean that.
Thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, then give it a like. If you want more, then subscribe to our channel. So this is Trigger Stripey of BTG saying stay triggered, and I'll see you next time.